position.
Talk about rerun Kamala's.
You had it right. You almost got it.
I will say Kamala's name any way that I want to.
No, but you mispronounced her and you also misjudged her.
I just did, and I'll do it again.
mispronouncing her name.
That's what we're supposed to acknowledge her humanity.
If I purposely mispronounced your name, that would not be appropriate.
Policies are Joe Biden's policies. She owns
You're
it.
normalizing that kind of viciousness, man.
33 times.
She was the
vice on Joe Biden's bill.
We know that
times the deciding vote on Joe Biden's bills in the Senate.
Let me just say this, because this Congresswoman is a wonderful human being, but when you disrespect Kamala Harris by saying you will call her whatever you want, I know you don't intend it to be that way. That's the history and legacy of white disregard for the humanity of black people.
So now you're calling me racist.
I didn't say. I just said you weren't a racist.
That is complete.
No, you don't have to intend racism to accomplish
you are
it.
intending that
Your
I am
disrespect
racist,
of Kamala Harris is part and parcel of a tradition of disrespect.
It's offensive,
Congresswoman, why can't you just?
I'm not calling you a racist. I'm telling you what the practice is racist.
You are. You absolutely are.
No, what's disgusting is your disrespect of her.
Professor.
This gentleman said, I didn't know her name. He's trying to do it.
Is her disrespect of women. She doesn't know what a woman is. And if 25 years ago,
white women don't have the ability to tell black women who paid the price of blood to make this country what it is, to tell them they're not real women.
25
years ago,
for
your babies
25 years ago, I became the first woman to graduate from the Citadel, the military college of South Carolina. I fought my way through it.
So pronounce her name right.
Let me actually pronounce her name right. Kamala Harris.
Kamala. You said it.
We don't call you Nancy.
It's Kamala. You're doing this on purpose, Congresswoman.
That's disrespectful.
You can't expect people to respect your service if you don't respect
and walked that stage 25 years ago, she would have said it. She would have taken that achievement away from women. That's disgusting.
Chair recognizes the gentlelady from South Carolina, Ms. Mace.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. My colleagues across the aisle said that those that cannot pronounce Kamala's name correctly are elementary-aged children. I would like to enter into the record an article by Newsweek saying Bill Clinton pronounces Kamala Harris' name wrong during DNC speech. Bill Clinton, along with Al Sharpton, rapper Lil Jon. Let's not forget that Joe Biden can't say her name right. Neither can Supreme Court Justice Sonia Sotomayor. And this morning on Morning Joe, Joan Baez called her a camel. So I don't want to hear it. It's fake outrage. I would like to also enter into the record a screenshot of a text message I received from the esteemed professor from Vanderbilt, Michael Eric Dyson, after my CNN interview, begged me for photos. In this text, he says, after calling me racist on CNN, shh, don't tell anybody, we look good together, and sent me a kissy emoji.
Without objection.
Then the guy says I'm gorgeous in all these photos. I don't think he's that bent out of shape on how anyone pronounces Kamala. And if we're going to have that standard, you got to hold it to both sides, not just one or the other.
Welcome back to Breakdown Friday. Joseph Ward, Patrick Irvin, Professor Carl Tone Jones. We are here breaking down this situation with Michael Eric Dyson and Nancy Mace, which started off as a political spat that spilled over into Nancy Mace basically saying that she's going to say Kamala Harris's name any way she wants to say it. And then that led to Nancy Mace going into what that was the Congressional floor, or whatever they were, and spilling the beans of Michael Eric Dyson, sending her a text, basically saying she's beautiful and that they look good together, kiss emojis, flirting with her, and he's married. And so it's just interesting that all of this happened. One thing I do want to point out is, that's what happened when you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar messing with the people you ain't supposed to be messing with, my brother, because he's supposed to be all in favor of black women. He's the lyrical genius, the linguistic legend, the soliloquy sultan, whatever you want to be called, because you know how he used the words, but he's constantly talking about how he reveres black women. And then he get caught with his hand in the cookie jar flirting with the white lady, and he's married after basically calling her racist in the CNN spat. So, PC, are you with me?
Yeah, it's some cold.
Hey, man, what are your thoughts, my brother, on this whole situation that's going on?
I think it's exactly what you just said. You know, a lot of these guys are. A lot of these guys are. I don't understand. When they get around white women, I guess because they feel like they don't really have access to certain types of women, they pander. And I've seen this around not just white women, white people, period.
We said not to cut you off, but you spoke about this last week about when we're having black spaces and we invite white people in those black spaces, how our tone and our rhetoric change and our intentions change.
Yeah. And then, for him to actually get next to her, I wonder what perfume she was wearing. Whatever the aroma was, it must have been intoxicating. For him to respond in this manner, dude, this is a character issue. And this is what I talk about with people who speak for us, or they allegedly speak for us, because, I'm my own man, but people who claim to speak for us and claim to be out here marching and talking that, you can't pick and choose when you want to be a black nationalist. You either are or you're not. Now, like I said, this is a character issue because the man is married. And one of the things that if his wife would have done that, that would be considered emotional cheating.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so for him to move that way, especially after he admonished black men for not supporting Ketanji Brown Jackson, is it?
Well, yeah. He admonishes black men for all the blue pill stuff that's out there.
Right. So
him and Boyce Watkins.
For him to come at us for all those different things and talk about how we should be ashamed of ourselves for not supporting a black woman because she has a white husband. Well, hey, maybe that's what he was just trying to do. Maybe he's just trying to reach across out, pull her a little closer, and take a nice tighter pick. But the worst part about that is forget the pick, forget the pandering. It was when they were actually sitting around the table on the panel. And not just him, but the other brother in there. My God, I am so sick and tired of black intellectuals trying to talk nasally, trying to talk in a
What do you mean?
Threatening, screaming and shouting and being thinking that they're being passionate about something. Dude, y'all sound like cackling Mitches out there. Twitches is what I would like to say, because I know people named Mitch and I'm cool with them. But, so I don't want to disrespect that, but y'all like a bunch of Twitches out there talking like, whining about the fact of the pronunciation of her name. That's not important. That's not important. What's important is the policies that Congresswoman Nancy Mace was bringing up in regard to her record. And see, this is a nice way to deflect. And I realize a lot of our community loves to deflect to get to that emotional argument. This is one of the biggest reasons why I say the black church, the formation and creation of the black church has been one of the most damaging things to the culture of black people, because we have gotten accustomed to getting that emotional rise that people get every Sunday and feeling as though just because you feel that your spirit is risen by the emotions, by the being able for someone to be able to tug on your emotional heartstrings, that just because you scream and shout something, that there's legitimacy to it. And it's the whole thing where we used to call it sounding. Like, I sounded you. If I can talk over you and intimidate you to not talk anymore. And the fact that it didn't work even made them look even more futile in their attempt to wrestle the argument or make a contention for Kamala, whatever the hell, however the hell they want to say her name.
It's Kamala.
So
I'll say her name however I want.
And which made it worse because
I will come back to that though.
I just rested here. The funniest part about all of that is that he probably in his wildest dreams did not imagine her screenshotting that during a and displaying that. putting him on Front Street to a point where he had a babbling, splaining session the next day, trying to explain how he loves black women and trying to undo the wrong that he had done by pressing the send button on his phone for that picture. Oh, he was in it, boy. Them blue eyes and them perky Turks must have did something to him nice. And I'll lay him out.
Yeah, he trying to put the eel in the cave and got caught. Hey,
he just wanted to stick the tip in. I know I should.
He did. Hey, Pat, man, you seen the spat between Nancy Mace, Michael Eric Dyson, the black dude that looked like an NBA coach, and everybody else around there. You seen that? You seen Nancy Mace expose the text messages in the Congressional Hall. What are your thoughts?
Oh, quick. I'm sorry, Pat. I don't want to interrupt. I do want to say one thing. I was the first person on social media to catch that live Senate hearing. Congressional hearing, and post about it on Facebook. I just want to say that. All right, I'm done.
There you go.
So follow PC's Facebook. Well, if you can.
He'll get you right.
He might be maxed out.
I'm finna go look.
Nah, you can follow. Actually, they still do that on Facebook. I'm showing my ignorance to social media.
Yeah, you probably can.
Yeah.
But yeah, go follow PC on social media to stay up to date on the juicy goosey.
Oh, the hood news.
I didn't. It's funny. I noticed a few things. First thing I noticed was the pseudo masculine being presented. Well, and to me, it was interestingly a facade because he didn't even look the woman in the eye. He didn't look at the woman at all. He was arguing at the table or the desk or whatever that was in front of he was like refusing to look at her. So I at least give the assistant NBA coach, as Joe put it, I at least give that brother points for he was looking at her as he was trying to address her.
See, Michael was doing that so his shoulder pads look bigger.
I just found it interesting. It's like, bro, you're doing all that huffing and puffing, and she looking at the side of your face. like she's looking at you, and you're looking down. And it just reminded me of old slave narratives. Like, look, boss, look, master, I sure don't want to tell you what to do, but I just don't think it's a good idea for you to go around yonder over there and do that. Like that's how it came off to me. And then the fact that, look, once the woman says, I can say her name however I want to say her name. All right, that's it. Like, you can feel how you want to feel about it.
Yeah. The white girl don't care.
Once somebody doubles down like that and says, I don't care, I'm gonna say it how I want. All right, there's no point in continuing to try and address that.
She's trolling on purpose.
Yeah, at this point, any further engagement in that specific area is foolishness on your part. And beyond that, you wouldn't have even had to address that if you could have shut down her points.
Right.
Like PC said. Like, if you could have just been like, well, Kamala doesn't take these stances. Kamala takes this stance. Kamala has this policy. Kamala has a history of doing this. None of that. You're trying to. So that's that. The fact that she called him out on it. Look, black people have been frustrating me a lot over the last few months. One, because you know how much I dislike white women in terms of the cultural group that they exist in, right? I feel like white women are the most dangerous group of people on the planet. I truly do. Especially for me as a black man. Like, I would pick the bear. Right? So now I'm having to look at what's going on with Caitlin Clark and be like, yo, that's one thing, right? It bothers me because I shouldn't be feeling like that about no white woman. But then now I'm looking at this white woman and I'm like, she got his ass though.
She did.
like I don't like it. I don't like the way it makes me feel. You know,
but it's him. It's him though. That's what I thought about. I like she got him, but it's MC Michael Eric. So
yeah, and that's what I'm saying, right? Like it's like for all you women out there, right? Imagine seeing a video of Andrew Tate and Kevin Samuels, and they saying a bunch of stuff that you can't argue and that you might even agree with. Like that's what I'm going through right now. It don't feel good. It don't feel good at all.
yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, I feel a little bit considering who it was.
But hey, but see, that's why I'm gonna spin it. But me being who I am, you know, logical for feelings, I'm like, but you know what? She got him though. So, and it's him. Like, so you get a pass, like she get a little bit of a pass because it's him. Michael Eric Dyson ain't fooling.
Word salad.
If look,
They invented that term for him.
You know what's
that
gonna be
man.
he's gonna be sitting on the couch with his wife, like we'll do Derek Jackson. And he's gonna have to explain.
Hey.
That's in the comment. One of the things said Michael Derek Jackson.
Yeah. Pink Book said that, I think.
Michael Derek. Look, Michael, Mike.
Oh,
Look, Mike.
My bad, Pat. But shout out to Pink Book though, because that's why I first seen this. PC put the world on this, but Pink Book, that's why I got this from. So I do want to give her piece.
I understand.
So Michael, that was a resigned. You heard the emotion in that. I understand.
Don't be like that. Hey, it just
okay.
Well, you was first, though. Forget all that. You was first.
Hey, you mispronounced.
No, I think Michael Eric Dyson. Look, if you ever come across this video for whatever reason,
hey,
I'm not calling you stupid because I think Michael Eric Dyson is a highly intelligent man.
You just be saying a lot of stuff that don't matter. And you ain't got to use all them big words to get your point across. And you can just talk to people regularly. My bad, Pat.
This is it, right? The audience that you're speaking to and for, and I think it's a larger group of black people actually. They not vibing with you the way you think they are. And so you might want to reconsider delivery and approach. And that's all I'm gonna say. But that white girl got your ass though.